I will speak on topic and you can ask any questions which you have doubts. Okay. Krishna Sai, welcome. SuvarnaGaurahari.
Hare Krishna. So we straight away begin this discussion. I'll chant prayers and then we'll start. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, very happy to be here with all of you today to share some wisdom from Bhagavad Gita. So it will be helpful for us in career, a job, or professional life as well as our personal life. Bhagavad Gita is a book which is very practical. Some people think it is a theoretical book. ಅದು ಕೇವಲ ದೇವ್ರ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೆಲವರು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. They think that only during some festivals, some rituals we should read it. But actually Bhagavad Gita is a book which should be practiced in life on a daily basis. So that's what Krishna told Arjuna. Arjuna was a warrior. He was not a sannyasi or he was not a renunciate. He was in the world and he was actively involving himself in worldly activities. He was also a great leader, a king, and Bhagavad Gita was taught to him. Krishna taught this knowledge to him. He chose him. He didn't choose any sannyasi in the Himalayas to learn Bhagavad Gita. Through this, Krishna is showing that even a king is supposed to read Bhagavad Gita. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakaleneha mahata yogo nashtaha parantapa. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this knowledge was learnt by great kings in the parampara. Imam vyosvate yogan proktavan aham avyam vyosvan manve praha mano riksha kavi braviti. It is said that Krishna spoke this knowledge to Vivasvan, who is sun god. Then Vivasvan to his son, who is Manu Maharaj. And then his son is Ikshvaku, in whose dynasty Dashrath Maharaj, Lord Ramachandra, they come. So this knowledge was studied by such great kings actually. Because kings are supposed to take care of the whole kingdom. There is great responsibility on them. And they should know how to rule. So king is a leader. Of course, he may be a very big leader for the country. But each one of us is also a leader to some degree or the other. Isn't it? So a boss is a leader. A team lead is a leader. Even a husband or a wife is also a leader for their children, in one sense. Leader is one whom people look up to, take inspiration from, right? So that's the quality of a leader. So Krishna is telling here that Arjuna, you are a leader, so you should know this knowledge. Because if you know this knowledge, people will follow you, and whatever you do, they will imitate. Yadyad acharati sreshtas tattadeve daro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anvartate. In this shloka, Krishna is using the word sreshta. Sreshta means? Sreshtaru, one who is superior. So that is sreshta, Krishna says here. So this is 3.21 Bhagavad Gita. Can you repeat after me? Yadyadacharati sreshthas tattad evetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Can one of you read this translation?
Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world perceives.
Yeah. So, whatever action a great man performs, common people follow. Like for most of the common people nowadays, the heroes are film actors, sports stars, and you will see whatever trend they set, common people follow. Whatever kind of hairstyle they do, common youth start imitating them. Whatever brands they promote, common people start wearing them. Because people consider him as a leader. Of course, he may be a good leader, bad leader, it doesn't matter, but this, like him, they follow him. If the actor smokes, others will also start smoking behind him. And if the actor is promoting some kind of drink, common people start drinking just because he is doing. And advertising industries, they catch such heroes and they promote. Even gutka pan masala also they promote. So that is the level of influence they have. So leader has to be very, very careful in what standard he is setting. So Krishna is telling this to Arjuna. And Krishna is telling that even I follow. Because whatever standard Krishna sets, other people will also follow. Krishna says, I don't have any work to do because I am the Supreme Lord. I don't have any work to do. Right? Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phale spraha. Krishna says that I don't have any desire for work, nor do I have any bondage of work. Name karma phala spraha. Right? And one who knows this, that Krishna is beyond any loss of karma, actually he becomes freed from all the bondage. Now here Krishna is telling that to Arjuna, that Arjuna, you are a leader, you should set a very good standard of working. And at that time, there was a system of classification of the society based on somebody is like a intellectual class. They are called teachers, intellectual class. Traditionally, the word Brahmana is used for teachers. Then there is administrative class. They are the Kshatriyas. So Arjuna belonged to this administrative class where he has to administer people, maintain law and order. And Kshatriya sometimes has to use force to keep peace. Right? So peacekeeping force. So as a Kshatriya, Arjuna was supposed to take action on these people, especially the Kauravas, who were very sinful and they were doing all bad activities like disturbing Draupadi, usurping their kingdom, cheating. So Arjuna was supposed to take a step to rectify the situation, but somehow he had this weakness of heart, because of which he said, I am not going to fight. That you must have read in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna is telling, Krishna, I will not fight. My head is reeling, I am getting tension, I am getting stressed out. Let me go to the forest. That's what Arjuna was talking about. He was trying to escape from his duty. But Krishna didn't appreciate this point. He said, hey, you cannot escape duty. You have to do your duty. You have to establish peace by fighting. So then Krishna spoke the entire Bhagavad Gita. And after reading Bhagavad Gita, what was Arjuna's response? Arjuna said, all my doubts are cleared. And I will do whatever you say. Right? Nashto moha smritir labdha tvat prasadat mayachyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. So this is the verse, last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, right? 18.73. Arjuna vacha nashto moha smritir labdha tvat prasadan mayachyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Can someone read? Yes.
Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt, and I am prepared to act according to your instructions.
Yes. Free from doubt. In the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you'll read Arjuna's 5 doubts. Yes? He had these 5 doubts. Whether, why should I fight? I will not fight. I'll go to the forest. By my fighting, so many people will be killed. Right? Women will be having no protection. Unwanted population will be born. There will be destruction of family dynasties. And it is sinful. Like this, Arjuna gave 5 reasons why he is not going to fight. And Krishna countered all those arguments and he said, you have to fight. You have to do your duty. Sometimes mind gives reason, right? I don't want to go to work today. I'm feeling very tired or lazy. But dutifulness, we have to do our duty. No, doctor cannot say, suppose somebody is a doctor and emergency patient has come. Doctor cannot say, I'm very tired. He is going to die. Right? You have to be dutiful. Right? So you can go attend to that patient, give some treatment and then come back and take rest. So there are certain occasions where you cannot say no, isn't it? Because the duty demands. So in case of Arjuna also, there is great demand. And Arjuna was telling no. At the time of crisis, it was top moment of crisis. Both Kauravas and Pandavas are standing in front of each other and then Arjuna is telling no. Now I will not fight. After coming to such an extent, he is telling no, he is going to turn back. And he was the key player. Right? Every team has got a key player. And for Pandavas, Arjuna was the key player because he was most expert. Of course, Bhima was strong, but Arjuna was skilled. He was very skilled. In any team, we need both kinds of people. We need strong people, we need skilled people, we need intellectual people. So Yudhishthira was quite, you can say Yudhishthira was moral. He held dharma. He knew what to be done, what is not to be done. So when you form a team, you should have people who know morality as well. And sometimes people try to do away with morality and try to take shortcuts to gain more wealth. But they are all shortcuts. They may give quick results, but over a period of time, they'll be exposed. I was hearing an example recently that the 2 people had opened a hotel. One person, he wanted to make more money. So he started selling dosa, idli, whatever it is, you can say, suppose today's business is over and still something is remaining. So tomorrow you will heat it and give it. And like this, but he used to tell, no, taza garam idli, Like once I was traveling in train and I was watching people purchasing samosa, vada pav. One vendor came, he said, garam vada pav. And the person said, kitne ka hai? 20 rupees. So it gave 20 rupees and then he took the item. And this vendor went away. He went to the next coach. And after 5 minutes, this person is opening and he just smelled it. It was horrible. Because it was made 2 days back, but he had again heated it and brought it to make more money. Similarly, this hotel wala, he was doing like this kind of business. There's another hotel opened. He was a very moral person and he was giving best quality food. If something is spoiled, sometimes fungus comes on the sweets and all, he used to dispose it. And he keeps only best quality product for his customers. And charge was little high. That person's cost was little low, but here little high price he was giving it, maybe 20% high, because quality has to be maintained, losses has to be adjusted. But customers who were coming to him, they were very happy. And other side, because cost was low, many people were going there and he was making a lot of money, quick money. He made a lot of, but here profits were less, but the other side profits were more. But somehow one day, one person when he was eating, he could recognize that this is a stale item. It was like made 2 days back or yesterday. So then this person told all others, hey, this fellow is giving old items, right? Unhealthy items. And you see the oil which is using, it's all black. And I don't know how many times he has used this. He is not keeping hygiene. Only externally everything appears very good. Outside when they're serving it appears very good, but inside kitchen who knows. Like sometimes in train you go and see the kitchen, pantry, you will not feel like eating because they don't maintain cleanliness. Of course nowadays it's improving. But so when these customers of that hotel came to know, the news started spreading and the customers stopped going there. Now the other alternative was here. All the cost was little high, but here they were spreading good news that hey, this fellow gives very good products and very healthy, and he uses ingredients also very selected from different best places. So in this way, this good news started spreading. Although initially growth was slow, but it was steady. And when that other person's business got affected, all the customers came here, and he also started growing. Isn't it? So morality always pays slowly but surely, isn't it? But those who take shortcuts, they'll be exposed eventually, and they'll lose their reputation as well as whatever wealth they gained. Right? If somebody puts a legal case on that hotel, then what will happen? He has to fight and spend all the money for that. So better to be dharmo rakshati rakshita. Those who follow morality will protect them. Dharma will protect them. So this is the law. So Arjuna was supposed to protect Dharma, and in return Dharma will protect him. So although Arjuna, the Pandavas, all of five of them were moral, right? All five Pandavas were like 5 different fingers. Right? Arjuna, Yudhishthira was like Dharmaraj. Arjuna was skilled in archery. And then there was Bhima Karma Vrikodaraha. Very strong, very powerful. He had the strength of 10,000 elephants. Right? So he could kill 10,000 elephants. That much powerful he was. And then there were Nakul and Sahadev. They were skilled in sword fighting. So in this way, and of course Sahadev was also good in cow protection. And Sahadev also knew astrology. So he knew how to predict futures. In this way, all 5, see, in team we should also have all categories of types of people with different talents. If you have only 5 powerful people, all 5 are powerful, nobody knows morality, but nobody is skilled in other fields, then team will fail. Right? A good team is one which has all kinds of skills with them. Right? In ISKCON also, when we make teams, right, when some program is going to happen, preaching program, we need a speaker, one who gives good classes, and we need a person who can play kartal, who can play mridang. Right? We need a person who can do setup and arrangement. We need a person who can cook. This aspect forms a team. So when all these teams are there, then the program becomes effective. But in case in that team all are speakers only, then who will do other things? Isn't it? Similarly, in your team, somebody will be an engineer, somebody will be taking care of account, somebody will be taking care of PR, talking with people, customers, somebody will be checking quality, somebody will be also seeing the quality of work which is being done, managing employees, managing contractors, like this. I'm just thinking about different aspects. So if you have experts in all the fields, then that team is good. Together, the whole team will flourish. But if you don't have variety and if you don't appreciate that variety in people, then we'll fail. So try to appreciate differences. Right? Don't try to think that everybody should be same. Nowadays people make the mistake that no, I should be like him and try to compete with him. It's not possible. Accept that I am different and accept that others are different. Accept who they are. When you accept who they are, then you will be able to appreciate them, then work with them together. But if you see other person as a competitor, then you will not be able to work effectively. Right? We should have cooperation, not competition. Right? When you have cooperation in a team, then the whole team can compete with other team. If you compete within the same team, then we lose the external fight, isn't it? So that's why internally we should be very strong and try to appreciate everybody's differences. So now I'll tell you this thing which I was planned to tell today. There are different types of personalities. Right? So this is taken from Bhagavad Gita only. Different personality types. So you will come to know who you are and with what category you stand in. Maybe I'll add one more slide to this. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita talks about these 3 gunas. How many of you know about gunas? Guna. Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. You have heard of it?
Yes.
And Tamaguna. Actually, by birth, we are born with certain gunas. Either it is sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. So, sattvika means a person who has got this sattva-guna. He by nature is very, he is having knowledge of what is right, what is wrong, and he is happy. Which in Sanskrit, Sukham. Stored in Bhagavad Gita. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakam anamayam sukasangena vadnati jnanasangena chanaga. Sukasangena jnanasangena. So he has got knowledge and he is happy. That is Sattva Guna. I'll first tell the characteristic and then explain a little bit. And Rajaguna is Sangha and Trishna. Sangha means attachment and Trishna is hankering. And Tamaguna is Nidra, Alasya, Pramada. Okay? Sleeping, laziness, and madness. So I am not telling the shlokas, but this is in essence what Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita. So Tamaguna is Nidra, Alasya and Pramad. Okay. So person who is affected by mode of ignorance. Tamaguna means ignorance. So English terms are also there for this. Tamaguna is ignorance. Rajaguna is passion. And Sattva-guna is goodness. Okay. Goodness, passion and ignorance. So person who is in ignorance, like how to understand this? Suppose you have got an infection of malaria. What will be the symptoms? Fever, shivering, and no appetite, isn't it? And fever will be intermittent. It will come, it will go. It will come, it will go, like that. So by seeing the symptoms, you can understand what is the infection. Right? Somebody has got COVID, then throat infection, there will be sneezing, coughing, right? Body pain, headache. So by seeing the symptom, you can find out what is the infection. Similarly, these are the symptoms. By seeing the symptoms, you can know what infection he has got. Either Tamaguna infection or Rajaguna infection or Sattva-guna infection. So somebody who is always sleeping, lazy for work, and then mad, means he acts crazily sometimes. So that is a symptom of mode of ignorance. Okay. Whenever he gets free time, he will hit the bed. That is laziness, means sleepiness. Rajaguna, his Sangha and Trishna, he is attached to his possessions. He doesn't like to share with others. This is my, his attachment. This is my car, it's my home. I want to have more and more. Give me more. That is Rajaguna. And Trishna means hankering. Hankering is I want more and more and more. Sangha means attachment to what he has got. So he will work very hard to get what he wants. And especially it is money and it is fame. He wants fame and he wants money, and to get that he is ready to work 14 hours, 16 hours, and quite passionate about it. He doesn't care about his health, about eating, about relationships, family. He just gets into that work. So that is passion. And then there is goodness, Sukham and Jnanam. He is in knowledge, so he knows, okay, this much work is not necessary. Let me find some efficient means of working. Hard work is not sufficient. We should work smart. Not just hard work, but smart work. So Pandavas were working smartly, because they made different teams, appointed perfect commanders. I have another presentation called Management Lessons from Mahabharata. There you will see how Pandavas were managing their team and how Kauravas were managing their team. Pandavas' management was very efficient, and Kauravas, they were quarreling among themselves. In them, there was no team playing. Right? You will see that Karna and Shalya were like cross with each other. They were not gelling with each other. And Bhishma and Karna, again, Karna said, I will not fight as long as Bhishma is present. So for the first 10 days, Karna put his absence, leave of absence. He will not come because Bhishma is there. If Bhishma leaves, then I will come. On 10th day when Bhishma was defeated, then Karna came. So it means there was no good synchronization between the team. So that's why Kauravas lost. Although they were big in number, powerful, more powerful than Pandavas, but still they lost because there is no good, strong team playing between them. So, person in mode of goodness is in knowledge and is a good team player. He works well with people. And he is also happy because he works smartly. So he has time for himself, time for his family, time for his relatives, relationships and health. So he is able to have a balanced lifestyle. That's why he is happy. Rajaguna person is working hard and hard. He has hardly any time to think about happiness. He is chasing for the goal, that's all. And then there is Tamoguna. So he is totally in ignorance. So he is also not happy. He thinks he is happy. Tamoguna person, he thinks he is happy, but he is not happy. Satoguna person is actually happy. A Tamoguna person, pramada, madness, a person who is drunk, he goes into Tamoguna. Sometimes a drunk person, we see them lying on the streets, like lying, vehicles are going, dogs are going nearby, but he thinks I am in heaven. He thinks he is happy, but actually he is miserable, isn't it? So these are the qualities of Sattva-guna, Rajaguna and Tamoguna. Yeah. So for example, here elephant is in the mode of goodness. Although it's powerful, but it's mode of goodness because it cooperates with humans. Have you seen elephants cooperating with humans? Yeah. They work in the circus. They also do jobs like lifting logs of wood. And even in temples, they use elephants for puja, isn't it? And tiger is in the mode of passion. Tiger, lion, cheetah, they are mode of passion. They attack and passionate person think I am the king. Everybody obey me. That passion, controlling tendency. So kings are also in the mode of passion. And fox is the mode of ignorance because it is not strong, it is not bold enough. And you will see that when tiger kills some prey, it eats, and whatever is left for fox and wolves, they come and eat. It doesn't work independently, it lives on others' work. That is ignorance. See, characteristics of These animals are given here. Which is a large animal? Elephant. Which is a lazy animal? Fox. Which is a restless animal? Fox only. Fox is restless. Restless. So, tamoguna person is restless. Kills and eats flesh. Fears. Tiger. Eats on leftovers. Intelligence to work with humans. Fearful. Fearful. Fox. Fox is always fearful of other animals. Aggressive. Tiger. Strong and gentle. Yeah. So you understood the difference between Sattva-guna, Rajaguna and Tamaguna? So elephant is Sattva-guna. Of course, if the elephant goes mad, then it goes into Rajaguna. And when it goes into Rajaguna, nobody can control. It breaks buildings, breaks cars. You might have seen some videos, no? Wild elephants. They kill humans also. So family in mode of goodness, family in mode of passion, say they're drinking something, they're working hard, and family in mode of ignorance, smoking, they're drinking beer also, I think. Yeah, so here are some characteristics. Tell me whether it's Sattva-guna, Rajaguna or Tamaguna. Insecure. Insecurity is? Tamaguna, yeah, Tamaguna. He is fearful because of insecurity. Aggressive and self-righteous. Rajaguna. Aggression is Rajaguna. And self-righteous, my opinion is the best opinion. Everybody listen to what I say. But sir, there is other concerns for this. Can you please think over? No, whatever I say is the best. Just do it. That is what? Self-righteousness. He is not listening to others' opinions. A good leader in Sattva-guna, he listens to others' opinions and then takes decision. Yudhishthira was like this. Duryodhana was self-righteous. मैं जो बोलूँगा वही करना चाहिए. But Yudhishthira Maharaj consulted people. And Yudhishthira asked, who should be our commander-in-chief? He asked the people's opinion. And somebody said, Arjun should become. Somebody said, Bhima should become commander. But then he asked finally, Krishna, what do you think? Drishtadyumna should become. Yes, Krishna, let him be the commander. He was consulting and taking opinion and choosing the best opinion. Right? Because Krishna had a reason. Because Drishtadyumna was commander here and the other side is Drona. So it's equal match. So Drishtadyumna is meant to defeat Drona. So he was made as commander-in-chief. Although he is young. And there are many senior people in Pandava Sena, like Virata is there. And Drupada Maharaj is also there. Very senior people are also there. But Drishtadyumna, who was a younger person, he was given chance to lead. So he was open to suggestions. Right? Lusty and greedy for more and more. Rajaguna. Is Rajaguna. Right? There is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita which says, Kama Rajaguna Samudbhava. Kama Esha Krodha Esha Rajaguna Samudbhava. Kama and Krodha come from Rajaguna. Depressed and suicidal thoughts. Tamaguna. Can see things in right position. Sattva-guna. Illusion, mad and directionless. Tamaguna. Simple living. Sattva-guna. Simple living, high thinking. Sattva-guna. Clear direction and purpose. Yeah. So he will take a decision. He may take time to take a decision, but whatever decision he takes will be good. Right. But person Rajaguna, he may take sporadic decisions and they go working for some time and then they realize, hey, there's a bottleneck here. Return back. Let's go back. Now that wastes time, money and resources. Right? Lazy and tendency to postpone. Tamaguna. Affective state of mind. Sattva-guna. Always dejected. Tamaguna. Ready to undertake work that can bring credit, prestige, status. Rajaguna. Right? While my prestige will increase, okay, I'll go. I'll do it. Anxiety and lamentation. Nervousness. No interest in spiritual life. Tamaguna, yeah. Tamaguna. Cheerfulness. Sattva-guna. He is happy. Low tension, high energy. Desire for honor and prestige. Rajaguna. Hankering for sense gratification. Rajaguna. Hankering, Trishna. Kind-hearted. Yes. Some more are there. Indecisiveness. Tamoguna. Indecisiveness. Fearful and panicky. Correct. Wants to satisfy senses at any cost. Rajaguna. Sense gratification. Attraction between man and woman. Rajaguna. Dull and takes no initiative. Tamoguna. Sleeping without goal. See, two kinds of people are happy. Those who know what to do and those who, for whom it doesn't matter whether they do or not. So there's one verse in Bhagavatam that says, yeah, so two kinds of people in this world are happy. He says, Yashcha moodatamo loke, yashcha buddhe param gataha, ubhavto sukham edete, klishyanti antarito jana. Ubhavto sukham edete. Two people are happy. Those who are pure devotees, buddhe param gataha, those who are fully Krishna conscious, siddha purushas, they are happy. And moodas, they are also happy. They think they are happy. Like when the exam is there, no? Person who has well studied everything, solved all the papers, previous question papers, and prepared very nicely, read the notes, he is happy, bindas. Koi bhi question aa jaye, I am happy, I am writing, I am ready. And there is another category person who is also happy. I pass ho jaye, fail ho jaye, pata nahi, no, it doesn't matter. My father will take care. So sometimes 4 years of engineering completes in 7 years. It doesn't matter for him. He is bindas. He is also happy. He thinks he is happy. But klishyanti antarito jana, those who are in between, right, who want to pass and they have to pass, but they have not studied well, so they are in anxiety. Right? Klishyanti antarito jana. Right? So people who are sleeping without any goal, they are also happy. And people who know what is the goal of life, they are also happy. In between, those who are goalless, so they are miserable. Knowledge and happiness. Contemplate on purpose of life. Sattva-guna. He thinks what is the goal of life. Right? For Rajaguna person, only money is the goal of life. That's all. Peaceful mind. Sattva-guna. Chronic negative thinking. Tamoguna. Over ambitious. Desire to prove oneself as best. Confused and bewildered. Yeah. Too hasty and full of tension. Hastiness is also Rajaguna. Rajaguna. Low esteem and inferiority complex. Yeah, inferiority complex. Serene. Calm, composed, serene. Dysfunctional behavior. Tamoguna. Too busy without direction. Rajaguna. Too busy without direction. Wise and happy. Calm, clear, creative thinking. Right? So this exercise gives us an idea of what is Sattva-guna, Rajaguna and Tamoguna. See, these people, they have done their work. They are very happy now. They are enjoying the nature. They will go back again for work after this vacation. Isn't it? They are like happy family. And then the Rajasic family, they are thinking how to make more money. Husband is also working, wife is also working, and there's nobody to take care of children at home. So it's like Rajasic life. And here they are wasting their life. Smoking, drinking, isn't it? So these are the qualities of Sattva-guna, Rajaguna and Tamoguna. But there is also intersection among them. That we will see now. So first is Sattvic, noble man man of perfection, love and compassion. That is Satvik. So he is a very noble, like Yudhishthira Maharaj, but Satvik, cool-headed personality. So they don't take tension much because they know what is goal of life and how to execute their duties. They know it. Then there is Rajasic, aggressive life, full of selfish drive, prone to active life. So that is Rajasic. Then there is Tamasic, which we already talked about, lazy, sensuous and inactive. Nidra, Alasya and Pramada. So these are the three personality types. Now the combination of these three also produces other people. See, Sattaguna person is a Rishi. He is a sage. He is a sage, introspective sage, or sadhu, noble man. He knows what is the direction. He can give direction to both Rajasic people and Tamasic people. He is kind of a leader among the intellectual class. So the Rishi. And Rajaguna person, he is a passionate administrator, controller. He has good abilities, but that ability has to be directed by Sattaguna. Like Bhima, he used to get into trouble many times. If you read Mahabharata, because of his aggression and power, he used to get into trouble. Once he went to get a lotus from the higher Himalayas near Badrikashram. And he went inside and he started plucking lotuses, and the guards who were there, they said, "Stop, you cannot take it. This belongs to Kuvera, Yakshas." Bhima said, "I don't care." And they started attacking him. Bhima thrashed them. And more soldiers came, commanders came, Bhima thrashed them also. Finally, Kuvera came with his danda and wanted to kill Bhima. Kuvera is surely more powerful. He is a Devata. He is a Lokapala also. And here Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he was not there at that time. So then Yudhishthira Maharaj starts feeling something uncomfortable. Immediately goes and asks Draupadi, "Where is Bhima?" He is the only person who will give trouble many times. "Where is Bhima?" Said, "I asked for a lotus, so he went to get lotus." This is the problem. He went searching, and it was easy to search Bhima. Wherever there is devastation on the road. So, because Bhima, when he runs, all the trees and everything, they fall, and some animal comes on, they will slap them, kill them and go. So, very aggression. And he followed the path, and when he came, almost they were able to fight. Bhima and Yaksha. Immediately Yudhishthira said, "So, forgive us, O king, O Yaksha, Kuvera." So then Kuvera said, "Oh, you are Pandavas? I didn't know this. I had to kill him." So then when they heard that they are Pandavas, Kuvera cools down. Because Kuvera knew, he is also a devotee, so he knew that they are very dear to Krishna and they are on a mission in the forest. So then he cooled down and he forgave Bhima and then returned him. Another time Bhima was caught by a snake, right? Nahusha. Again Yudhishthira Maharaj had to go and he had to release him. Although Yudhishthira Maharaj was not as powerful as Bhima, but Yudhishthira Maharaj knew Dharma. So Dharma is higher than strength, physical power. The power should be controlled by Dharma. Otherwise, that power can cause trouble. So Dharma, Yudhishthira Maharaj was controlling Bhima as well as Arjuna, most powerful people. And whenever Yudhishthira says, "Stop it," Bhima will stop because he knew I have to obey him. So that's Dharmaraj. So Dharma is Sattva-guna, and Rajaguna and Tamaguna should follow a Rishi who is in Sattva-guna. A combination of Sattva-guna and Rajaguna produces a person who is assertive, stands for principles and values of life. So he is called as a Raja Rishi. Rajaguna is Raja, Sattva-guna is Rishi, so that combination is Raja Rishi. And Sattva-guna and Tamoguna is a simple-minded person who lacks worldly experience, can be easily cheated. So such kind of combination is that. And then there is Rajaguna and Tamoguna. He is an opportunist, wants others to work for him and prone to violence. So that's combination of Rajaguna and Tamoguna. And in between there is a commoner, no guidance, prone to influence by others. So the top person is enlightened soul, a rishi. And here is a commercial businessman. And here you will find a criminal or a lawbreaker, tamoguna. Combination of sattva and tamas is a learner. And sattva and rajaguna is a Rajarishi, a noble leader with vision. Actually, king should be here. Noble leader with vision. Rajarishi. A king should be here and a saint is here. Like Dashrath Maharaj, he was a great king, but he used to always obey Vashishta and Vishwamitra. So he was a Rajarishi. Okay, he was not just Raja, he was a Rajarishi. And Rajaguna and Tamaguna is a political leader. Prone to violence, he is an opportunist. Whenever there is opportunity, he will campaign, win the votes. But after that, he may forget. And he may also do violence. So there is a trainee come in between Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. So now we can try to find out in our own life, by your own experience, in which guna you are situated. Either in Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, or in combination of Sattva, Rajas, or self-assessment. You can see SWOT analysis where you are. Okay, and you can try to come to this stage, either Sattvic or combination of Sattva and Rajas, or this is the best actually, Sattvic and this combination of Sattva and Rajas. This is the place where leaders should be. Okay, either he is a sage or he is a leader with noble vision, noble leader with vision. So Bhagavad Gita talks more about this in 14th, 15th chapter, 16th chapter also, Bhagavad Gita. But I just gave you an overview of what Krishna talks in Bhagavad Gita. And how to come to Sattva-guna. Right? One may be in Tamoguna, he cannot come directly to Sattva, he has to raise to Rajas and then come to Sattva. So he cannot jump directly to Sattva. Tamoguna person gradually, by practice of bhakti, like you're chanting Hare Krishna mantra, by repeated chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, mind comes to Sattva-guna. It may not be instantly, but it will take gradual progress you will be able to make. You may not find instant change, but when you do it for a prolonged period of time, then you will be able to come to Sattva-guna. So chanting is most important. Apart from that, some lifestyle changes also are helpful. Like sleeping patterns, sleeping early, rising early. Like rising during Brahma Muhurta, that's best for Sattva-guna. And living a regulated life. What activity I am supposed to do at what time. Office work I will do in office, home work I will do in home. Right? And other works I do at their time. So that planning also is characteristic of Sattva-guna. Rajaguna person may plan, may not plan sometimes, but Sattva-guna person plans and tries to stick to that plan. May not be 100%, but at least 80% is able to stick to that plan. So that is Sattva-guna. And eating habits, by eating sattvic food, one can also elevate to Sattva-guna. Right? So one can avoid tamasic and rajasic foods. So lifestyle changes and meditation will help us to come to Sattva-guna. And then you will see when you come to Sattva-guna, your work efficiency improves, your relationships improve, your team building improves, and your own family time also improves. So in this way, overall, you will be having a balanced life. So that's the message I wanted to share today, that we are in different modes. So let's try to come to mode of Sattva, wherein we can work more efficiently and also focus on the goal of life, which is attaining spiritual world, moksha, which is the ultimate goal of life. So while working in this world, you can also aim at attaining God. So both are possible. So that's called karma yoga. When you do your work with the desire to also advance in spiritual life, so that work becomes yoga. Just doing work is not yoga. Some people say that work is worship. But work is, how it can be worship when I am working for myself? When you work and offer the results to God, then it becomes worship. Right? So work is not worship, but when the results of the work are offered to the Lord, then that becomes worship. So you are all working here as a team. So whatever you are doing, understand that I will do with morality, with integrity, with honesty, and I will do my best. And while working, I will also think about Krishna and offer whatever results are there to Krishna. And in this way, I can make my work holy. Right? The work becomes holy. Otherwise, work can be unholy also. Right? Just like when you have fire, smoke also comes. Similarly, in this world, any work comes with it some faults, some karmas. Because no work in this world is holy. Just like there is fire and smoke, similarly there is bad karma generated when you do any work. So that's why it is recommended that whatever one is working for, offer the results to Krishna. So in that way the work becomes sanctified, purified. Like we eat prasad. What is prasad? Whatever we cook, we offer a portion of it to God and then accept it as His prasadam. So that Lord accepts and then gives His mercy to us. Similarly, whatever we are working, some time of work. So this 1 hour every week, you are making your work holy by giving this time, right? Because you will get the right consciousness and mood of how to do your work. You are chanting, so that also is making your work holy because you will be able to work with thinking of Krishna. Arjuna was fighting on the battlefield, but he was thinking about Krishna and then fighting. So that made his war also holy, although it is very cruel killing and other things involved, but his fighting was holy. Others fighting was not of the attitudes and motivations are different, but Arjuna's motivation was pure. That's why his work was holy. That fighting was holy for him. So in that way we can try to understand what is karma yoga and try to work for Krishna. And some people also go and give some, like we earn some money, then we offer some portion of it to Krishna, so that money also becomes purified, sanctified. So in that way we can we have 24 hours, in that 1 hour you offer it to Krishna, so that becomes holy. So time becomes purified, money becomes purified, consciousness becomes purified. We have a home, in that home we give a portion of the home for Krishna, so that home also becomes purified. So in this way try to include God in every part of your life. So that is nothing but karma yoga. Can I pause here? I am open for any comments or questions. Ashwatharan, do you want to say something?
Any questions?
So actually, out of 24 hours, 8 hours, by using 8 hours sleeping time, so in respect to 16 hours. So, 1 hour actually Rajuguna, another 1 hour sometimes Tamaguna, one time Sattvic. Mind always changing, different. So, how to
See, yeah, very nice point you brought out. So the times are also divided into modes. Morning time is in Sattaguna. From 4:30 to 9 o'clock, that's like Sattaguna time. So that time is good for planning, meditation, puja. That's the best time. And after 9 you will see Rajaguna starts. Running, working, phone calls, meetings, that starts after 9. Up to evenings, 6 o'clock or so. And after 6 till midnight, late night, Tamaguna starts. So the times are also determined because that's how Lord has made this creation. At some time Rajaguna is active, sometimes Tamaguna is active, sometimes Sattva is active. So we also should try to align ourselves. Sattvic activities let's do in the morning. Like meditation, reading Bhagavad Gita, chanting, let's do in the morning. And planning for my work, let's do it in the morning or in the first 1 hour of the day. Right? When you come for the work, first 1 hour can be given for planning and then execution. Because if planning is done properly, then execution will be effective. If there is any mistake in planning, then the whole thing goes waste. So better invest good time in planning, right? So because like building home, anything, plan should be clear. We cannot randomly haphazardly start constructing and then then you realize, there is a mistake, you break it and make it again. It's waste a lot of time and energy. Better do planning first. So that is Sattvic way of working. So then evening time is Rajaguna time. So then you go to sleep. After 9, 10, you go to sleep because Tamaguna becomes active. Body naturally wants to sleep. Right? I am not saying Tamaguna is bad. Tamaguna is required also for resting and certain activities. Rajaguna is also required when you want to get something done. Without Rajaguna, you cannot do any creation. But that Rajaguna should be guided by Sataguna. So then it is proper. So, beyond this Rajaguna, Sataguna, Tamaguna, Rajaguna, Sataguna, there is Shuddha Sattva, spiritual platform. So, great sages, they are on that Shuddha Sattva stage, pure platform. They know how to work with the Sattva, Raja, Tamaguna without getting affected by them. Like a doctor, he treats malaria patient, he treats COVID patients without getting affected. He knows how to do that. But most of the people are infected by Sataguna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. So they don't know how to work with that. So we have to work under the guidance of somebody who is beyond these three. And when you work under him, with him, then what will happen? You can be safe from the infection of these three gunas, and you can do wonderful, good work, social service. Right? So Sataguna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna have their own utilities. But Sataguna is best. Yeah.
But yet we are giving the time for the Sataguna very less. See, even by between 5 and 9, yet we will just maybe half an hour.
Correct.
But most of your time that it is engaged with the
Rajaguna. Correct.
So as such, what exactly is going to influence and which path it is driving this way of our life?
Yeah. So that 1 hour, half an hour or 1 hour Sataguna time what you give, that affects your whole day actually. It is said that whatever thought you begin with in the morning, that percolates throughout your day. If you begin your day with positive comments, shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranama, stotras, and whole day will be spiritual, mind will be peaceful. But people who begin their day with Instagram, Facebook, you will see their mind will be disturbed because first thing they are taking in is all these unnecessary things. So whole day will be disturbed. So begin your day with positive notes, right? I have a video where it says that even billionaires get up at 4 a.m. Right? I can share that video. You can share. So billionaires also get up at 4 a.m. because that's the time where they can spend with themselves and spend for planning for their work. So if they get up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they are losers. They don't get time for themselves. Other people want their time. Isn't it? So billionaires get up at 4 o'clock so that they can spend time with themselves.
Prabhuji, some of Pandavas, do you say that all are equal or is there any difference from character to character? Yudhishthira, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul and Sahadeva.
Yeah, see, from material point of view, they are not same. They are all different. Right? Somebody is pays a lot of weight to morality. Somebody is saying strength. Somebody is skilled. They were all different, but one common thing was they were all obedient to whatever Krishna said.
But Sahadeva is called, actually he is the foreteller.
Yeah.
He knows what is next happening. By knowing all that, why this has to be done?
Yes, so he knew that this is the will of Krishna, this is going to happen. War is inevitable. So even Krishna tried to stop the war, but still it was inevitable. Kauravas did not agree. And Krishna said, you fight. I will not fight, I will be there with you, but all of you fight, win the battle. So sometimes it is necessary. Some things cannot be avoided.
No, we need to say that, see, Karna, the character in our Bhagavad Gita, that is a supreme, what the Jain people says. But yet, Krishna's mercy was there with the Pandavas, rather they have been more, become failed.
Yeah.
Is it correct?
So, see, skill is good, skill is important, but skill without devotion is useless. Karna was skilled. Okay, it is said that he was on par with Arjuna, maybe better, that's what people say. But that skill without character is of no use. Karna had skill but lacked character. Arjuna was skilled but he had character. So that is his positive point. Duryodhana also had skill, but Bhima had skill and character. Both were equals in Gada fighting. Duryodhana was also very skilled, And Bhima was powerful, but he had actually the quality of devotion to Krishna. And Duryodhana had no devotion, and he lacked integrity. So because of which he lost. So the ultimate thing is skill may be there, one may be having influence also, but you have to also see character. If character is not there, then all the other things eventually become useless. Right? Character is the most important quality. It is said that if money is lost, nothing is lost. Money is lost, nothing is lost. Health is lost, something is lost. Character is lost.
Wonderful. Character is really less.
If a person is having character but he has nothing, everything will come eventually. Pandavas had nothing for 13 years. But they had integrity. They had devotion to Krishna. Eventually Krishna gave him everything. He gave the entire world to them. And Duryodhana had everything with him. He lacked character. He lost everything. Isn't it? Duryodhana lost eventually. Everything he lost. So you have to pay. So that's what, when you're teaching to your children also, you should teach what is the real value. Emphasize on character, not on gaining wealth or other. They will anyway gain it, right? You don't have to teach a dog how to eat. He doesn't have to go to school. He knows how to eat, how to get food. Similarly, people will learn how to earn money, how to live a life. But character has to be taught. Education means development of character. Education, the word comes from a Greek word educare, means to bring out the good qualities within a person. That is education. But modern education, it is only teaching how to make money. So there is hardly any building up of character. So that real character has to be taught to people. That comes from Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, Ramayana. These are the foundational books which teach values. Right?
Actually, ನಾವು ತಾತ್ವಿಕ ಗುಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ 1 or 2 ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪಿಕ್ ಮೈನಾರಿಟಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಗುಣ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ 70% ರಜೋಗುಣ ಅಂತ ತಮೋಗುಣದಲ್ಲೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗುನ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ನೇಚರ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದಾಗ ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಡೀಲ್ನ ರಜೋಗುಣ ತಮೋಗುಣದ ಜೊತೆ ಡೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಕಾನ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ವಾಚ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್. ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಚ್ ಹಾಲಿವುಡ್, ಬಾಲಿವುಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟು ಮಚ್ ವೈಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್. And then we read slokas, especially devotees, those who are devotional minded. We do puja at home. But there is a Rajasic society where they teach children how to shoot, how to games which are like violent, other things. We don't want children to get into those things. But they see, ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಅದು ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ನನಗೂ ಆಟ ಆಡಬೇಕು, ನನಗೂ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ರಾಜಸಿಕ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್, ಸರ್?
Is it effective in the genes? Because that's what is happening and spoiling. This is the peak time what I can say out of my lifetime. Will there be any change to this conscious, divine conscious? See, now whatever you wanted to discuss, teach, preach with your children, definitely they are not going to accept. One. Number two, without their education, even the children, small children nowadays, the next generation is very fast. As you said, the PUBG is the catch. This is how the world is growing. Where exactly, how exactly we can put an end to it and bring back that our ethical or religious consciousness.
We cannot we cannot transform the society at large. At least we can begin with a pocket of change. Like here in this room, there is a pocket of change happening, where people are thinking something different, thinking spiritual. There is a small pocket of change here. Your home is one pocket where you can bring that change. We can have sattvic things around. We can have tulsi at home. We can have sattvic photos at home. We can have sattvic environment, sattvic games instead of rajasic games. Instead of giving them mobile to play, you can tell your child, come, let's go to garden, we'll play something. You can play some ball games or some swimming games. They are sattvic. See, some games are allowed in Shastras which are sattvic. Sattvic means they are harmless. I meant to say harmless. There are harmful games and there are harmless games. So harmless games mean climbing a tree, playing lagori, playing bat ball or football. They are good games. We can do that. We can play with your children. Instead of, what the point is nowadays, parents also don't have time and they want to keep the boy engaged. So, play. So that's dangerous. You are spoiling your child. You have to make time for children also. For that, you have to sacrifice your mobile time and spend time with people. Otherwise, everybody is in their own world of smartphone, not talking to people. So you have to come out of that. So yeah, we cannot bring a big transformation everywhere. We have to start from our home. Then the challenge, as sir was telling, is that in home it is okay, but when they go out, they bring that Rajaguna inside. So eventually we should also think of having such schools or association where we can have sattvic environment there also. ISKCON also has some schools in Bombay and in Vrindavan, such places where such in Pune, with such environment is maintained. In the morning they have bhajans. Assembly is Tulsi Puja. And reading a shloka from Ramayana, a story from Ramayana. That's how the assembly begins. And they have prasadam in the afternoon. They have Krishna conscious games also. So in that way, that sattvic environment is there. But we should also expose people or children to know what is happening around the world. We should not keep them ignorant. ಓಕೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ ಮಗ ಅದು ಆಟಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಆದರೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ವೈಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ರೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನಿನಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದು ಸರಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಸರಿ ಅದು, ಯಾವುದು ತಪ್ಪು, ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್. ಈಶೋಪನಿಷತ್ ಸೇಸ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾಂ ಚ ವಿದ್ಯಾಂ ಚ ಯಸ್ತದ್ವೇದೋಯಂ ತಂ ಸಹ ಅವಿದ್ಯಾ ಮೃತ್ಯುಂ ತೀರತ್ವ ವಿದ್ಯಾಮೃತಂ ಅಶ್ನುತೆ. ಟೀಚ್ ದೆಮ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವಿದ್ಯಾ. ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸರಿ ಯಾವುದು, ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ಸರಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವುದು ತಪ್ಪು, ಯಾಕೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಎರಡೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಆಗ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅವರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆಟ್ ದಮ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಟು ಸೇ ನೋ ಟು ದ ರಾಂಗ್. You should give them strength by giving them stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata, right? Like Arjuna was one example of how when he went to Swarga, so Urvashi saw Arjuna and got attracted. He said, and she came and proposed, Arjuna, I want to enjoy with you. What did Arjuna say? He said, no, I never saw you like that. Yes, in the assembly, I was looking at you like a mother. I didn't look at you like a boy looks at a beautiful girl. I didn't look at you like that. I saw you like a mother. I think my mother is sitting here. Because Urvashi was wife of Pururava. Okay, Pururava is one of the ancestors in the Bharatvamsha. So Urvashi had married Pururava, and for some time she had stayed on earth and again gone back to heavens. So in that sense, that relationship was motherly. And Arjuna said, no, I cannot do that. Urvashi became angry and she cursed him to lose his potency for 1 year. That became a blessing, of course, for Arjuna. But point is, I am telling how the character is very important. Arjuna had that character. Then another instance, you will see that when Arjuna was in the Ajnatavas for 1 year, he was with Virata. And he had changed his dress to appear like a teacher, Brahannala, and he was with, and Virata gave him the service of teaching dance and singing to his daughter Uttara, right? So for 1 year he taught as Brahannala to Uttara, and after 1 year when Pandavas, they revealed their secret, who they are, Virat was shocked to see that Arjuna is, because he knew about Arjuna, he knew about Bhima, Yudhishthira. He was shocked to see that these 5 great personalities there for 1 year and didn't even know. And he begged forgiveness for whatever. Sometimes he was chastising them, scolding them. As a king, that Rajaguna is there. So he scolds, controls, insults sometimes. So he felt very embarrassed and he begged forgiveness and he wanted to rectify that. He said, I want to give my daughter in marriage to you, Arjuna, please accept. Arjuna said, no, I always saw her as student. She was attending my classes, she was a student. My relationship with him, or he is like teacher and student, and I never had any bad thought in my mind. But I'll fulfill your desire, let her get married to my son, Abhimanyu. I accept her as my daughter-in-law. So in that way, Arjuna proved his integrity, isn't it? So character and morality is most important. So by these stories like this, we can teach children what is right, what is wrong, how to deal with people. That maturity also they should learn. If you keep them only within the four walls, they'll not learn that maturity. Okay, exposed to the world at the right time, so that they learn this maturity of how to deal with the world. Hare Krishna. I think it's time up. Yeah.
Thanks for the wonderful class, for teaching us the mode of 3 modes and the personalities. Hopefully, we all learned and applied this. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thanks for the wonderful class, and we'll have chant one mantra for Bishop Professor.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.